Hello drama lovers, welcome back to my channel. Breaking news. What if the quiet moments after the spotlight fades are louder than any red carpet? When Chen Zheyuan and Li Qin finally spoke about life after marriage, fans expected fairy tales. Instead, they shared something far more intimate: awkward silences, late-night talks, and love that grows not from perfection, but from choosing each other every single day. And that honesty changed everything. The reality after happily ever after. Marriage in the public eye is rarely gentle. For Chen Zheyuan and Li Qin, the wedding bells didn't end the pressure, it reshaped it. In recent conversations, they didn't talk about luxury or grand gestures. They talked about adjustment. About learning each other's rhythms after the cameras leave. About realizing that love isn't always dramatic. Sometimes it's quietly difficult. Chen Zheyuan admitted that the first months felt unfamiliar. Not cold, just real. Two independent lives learning how to breathe in the same space. Li Qin shared how even small habits became lessons in patience. Who wakes up first? Who needs silence? Who needs reassurance? These weren't confessions meant to shock but to be honest. And that honesty hit fans deeply. Because in a world obsessed with perfect celebrity marriages, they chose vulnerability instead. They reminded everyone that even idols stumble when love becomes daily life. But what truly moved people wasn't the struggle, it was how they handled it. Because instead of retreating, they leaned in. Which brings us to the one thing they both emphasized again and again: communication. And this is where their story begins to feel different. Communication, not perfection. Li Qin spoke softly about something many couples avoid admitting: misunderstanding doesn't mean failure. It means you're still learning. She described moments when words didn't come out right, when emotions were heavier than expected, and how easy it would have been to stay silent. But silence, she said, is where distance grows. So they chose to talk. Even when it was uncomfortable. Even when it meant admitting fear or insecurity. Chen Zheyuan shared that he learned how powerful listening can be: not fixing, not explaining, just staying present. And for fans watching, especially those who grew up with K-drama love stories, this felt like a real-life script written with maturity. There was no dramatic background music. No iconic confession scene. Just two people choosing clarity over ego. Fans noticed how their tone had changed too. More grounded. More calm. Less about proving love and more about protecting it. In fandom spaces, comments shifted from couple goals to something deeper: this feels real. This gives me hope. They make love feel possible, not intimidating. And then came the simplest moments, the ones that stayed with everyone the longest. The small moments that matter most. When asked about their happiest times, neither mentioned big achievements. No awards. No trending headlines. Chen Zheyuan smiled talking about shared meals after long schedules. Li Qin mentioned quiet evenings, doing nothing special, just being together. Those moments, she said, are where love rests. It's in the mundane where trust is built. Where you see each other without roles or expectations. And that's what fans connected to most: the idea that even stars find meaning in simplicity. Their maturity didn't come from age or experience alone. It came from choosing understanding over reaction. From seeing marriage not as an ending, but as an ongoing conversation. In K-pop and C-drama culture, where shipping wars and fantasy often dominate, Chen Zheyuan and Li Qin offered something rare: emotional responsibility. And in doing so, they earned even deeper support from fans around the world. But perhaps the most powerful part of their story is what it reflects back to us. Their marriage isn't inspiring because it's flawless. It's inspiring because it's human. Chen Zheyuan and Li Qin didn't sell a dream, they shared a truth. That love grows when both people are willing to listen. That communication is an act of care. And that the simplest moments often carry the deepest meaning. In a culture that celebrates loud love, they showed us quiet devotion. And maybe that's why their story lingers long after the interview ends. Because somewhere between their words, fans didn't just see a celebrity couple, they saw themselves. And that kind of connection is timeless. If this story touched you,